That is
Go ahead
what
and
it.
retweet this.
Thank you, sir. Hello, everybody. Welcome to.
Ooh,
Oh, we are live. They can't see you yet, but they will soon. Uh,
ooh.
Hello, everyone. Welcome
Hello.
to TV&D. This is not the regular show. This is our Tuesday game night thing. You can hear Nathan Yaffe's here. Hey, Nathan.
I'm here. Hello.
You are here.
I love games. Um I love to play games. I love to talk about games. I love to stream about games.
That's
And I love you,
really.
my friend Brian.
Thank you,
So,
Nathan. I love you too, and that makes me happy because I like to do all of those things with you.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Now, since I'm doing this on the fly, can I make my camera happen? Can I make it happen here?
I believe in you.
Tell you what I'm gonna do, Nathan. I'm gonna hang up on you for a hot second. I'm gonna call you back, okay?
Okay, bye, bud.
All right, we've hung up on Nathan. Now we're gonna rejoin a call with Nathan.
I'm here.
Has that fixed my shit? No.
Has it fixed your shit? Now I'm real big.
Turn on camera. Here we go. Here we
Oh, there you
go.
are. There you
We
are. I
did it.
see
We
ya.
did it.
Oh,
They can't see me yet, but that's okay.
what a
One.
lovely sight you are.
I usually do a lot of this stuff beforehand, but I didn't this time.
You don't have to.
I don't have
It's
to.
just us.
It's just us.
It's just us and 34 lovely human beings watching us. Hello. Hello all of you. They're all cool.
They're all cool.
Everyone
Except
watching is cool.
except one, and I'll
So,
never say who.
but we don't talk about the one.
What am I
They
trying
know
to do?
who they are.
They know who they are. Well, okay, there are two. One knows who they are.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Okay, so there's
it's
the one who knows who they are, then the mist. There's what is it? Known unknowns and unknown unknowns and all that fun stuff.
all of that fun stuff. God, I am fucking this up so bad. Uh,
It's okay. I'm just gonna chat. I'm just gonna chat with chat.
that would be great.
Do that.
We're gonna
Take
do
the
a full
pressure off.
display
What's up, chat?
capture.
I am so much more interactive with chat when it's not my stream. When it's someone else's stream, I am down to chat. My stream, I feel like there are so many things I need to be looking at that aren't chat.
I get it. But you don't have to
My
look at.
volume is very low. Says Evans Veras. What if I get closer to the microphone?
That
Does my
might be on
volume
my
increase at all?
end. Let's see. Nathan, talk for a
Okay.
second now.
I'm doing one fist from the microphone. I've got one fist from my chin to the microphone. That's my good sound zone. It's like
Okay.
find your light, but it's instead of light, it's the audio light.
You should be good now, and they should be able to see both of us now. Um,
Oh my gosh.
so we've done it. We've done it.
Amazing.
Nathan,
Amazing.
Nathan, how are you?
And now everyone gets to have experienced us reaching this point. It feels like an accomplishment, not a given.
That's it.
And I love that.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I didn't think of it that way, but that's a great way to think
You
about it.
you instantly increase the stakes of your stream if you establish that you have technical difficulties. It's what I do on my channel. I have a full and that wasn't even like difficulties. You just needed to like fiddle with some
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, no, it was all pretty much under control. Hello everyone. Now that I'm not poking around at things, this is TV&D. This is normally our game night. Today we're trying something a little different, which I just kind of felt like doing. As you can tell, it's gonna be real low key, but hopefully a lot of fun. You guys all know Nathan Yaffe. Yeah, too. You're probably here for him. Uh, but this is Nathan and I are both fans of the Dungeons and the Dragons. I would
We
say that's
love the
accurate.
tabletop. Yeah. We like the tabletop RPG and our friendship is based on that you prefer to make the dungeons and I prefer to explore and fight in the dungeons.
It's really symbiotic in that way. Um,
Yeah.
But I wanted to make a dungeon today, and I asked my friend Nathan if he would come and hang out and make a dungeon with
And here
me.
I am. Let's
And
do it.
let's do it. This is not
I love this aesthetic.
um
It feels
this
very War Groove
that's
to me.
this pixel art is what we're gonna kind of be doing the whole. That's what we're working with. Um,
Oop.
this artist.
Sometimes my water glass is gonna hit my mic arm and it's gonna sound insane. And I do
Beautiful.
apologize for that.
This artist Zeshio does these incredible pixel art packs, and I'm going to drop the link to how you can get those in chat right now.
Drop that link. Support cool artists who make cool stuff.
The thing that
That's
really like, so like he has all these like dungeon packs, and then he has a lot of like character tokens, and I really like them. Oh, I messaged him beforehand, and he said it was cool to stream these.
Wonderful.
But because you should ask permission for other people's art.
Of course, of course.
But I really like it because he's got like hundreds and hundreds of like character tokens, all made in the same 16-bit style. And I really like that there are an even split of male and female heroes in all of his packs, and a variety of skin tones, which you can't always get in a lot of packs. So it is really, really cool, and I recommend buying a lot from him.
Sounds like a good pack.
Great packs. I purchased all of them, and they're good. So this little map I've got here. So this is not a dungeon that we're making for TV&D. This is just my home setting, my old school D&D setting.
Yeah.
Which
Castle Dangerous.
Castle Dangerous is what it is called. And Castle Dangerous is on an island that is a prison island. Basically, a greedy king goes and sentences sentences anybody, fairly or not, especially if they're able-bodied, ships them off to this island where they're mostly free to kind of do whatever they want to do, because the forest is filled with monsters and it's hundreds of miles of ocean. There's nowhere to go. Except this big old castle where there is sort of like a shanty town of adventurers sort of making their own weird little economy, and an infinite dungeon down beneath it, with all these magical hallways, real mythic underworld type of thing. And heroes can go down into the dungeon, get treasure, and potentially buy their freedom back to the mainland.
That's cool.
Or die in the process.
Most likely, if it's OD&D, die a
lot. Yes, it is not OD&D. It is BXD&D. I switch between White Box and BX. There are very few differences, but some days I have a hard preference for one and the other. They are borderline compatible games.
It all falls under the it's the pre 3rd edition like philosophy versus post 3rd edition philosophy is sort of like where our split in terms of like tabletop preferences.
Pretty much. That's exactly where it kind of splits.
Yeah.
I can have fun.
This is that early like your character maybe they get a name. They get to level 3.
The old joke is, it's not worth naming your character till you get to level 3. Which in BX could be a long time. But it's fun. I like it. It's really, I just like drinking beer and doing some fun stuff. Sorry, I'm just looking at the chat. It's fun to name them early because it makes them more sad when they die. TBH. Hello, Chris.
That's true. That's valid.
It's good either way, and deaths are fun and like kind of random and not fair.
I
But
remember we did that one game with Jacob where we all had to come with 4 characters and all of Jacob's characters were old men.
that was
They
Dungeon
all just
Crawl
had old man.
Classics.
Yeah.
That was a salty game.
we
Okay, so
really beefed it. We did not approach it with the correct mindset.
I had run that adventure once before, and the other group had done much better.
Yeah, they knew what they're doing. They understood understood the risks.
Right. So I'm starting a new map here. It's worth noting Castle Dangerous is not a proper mega dungeon. I'm not mapping the whole thing out. It's basically a bunch of little dungeons that we assume the characters are making their way through the giant labyrinth, and then we pick up when they get to the adventure location that week.
Sure.
Basically, it can feel like a mega dungeon, but I don't have to do all of that. I
really like that the mechanic we tried when we were playing Demon Lord, where instead of keeping track of like a whole map, you just assume your characters are adventurers. They're navigating their way through a dungeon. You roll a dice to determine what kind of interesting room you are in every so often.
Yeah, I really really love that one, especially for Shadow of the Demon Lord.
Yeah.
That's a little tougher in like old school D&D because like you have to use your environment in such a way.
Right.
But it's a good ass mechanic. It is not, or it's in one of the little pamphlets he put out. And it's cool. So what I'm going to do right now is look through, I forget the pack names or which pack is which. There is a set of like 100 randomly assorted dungeon layouts. And I'm just going to start there. I'm going to slap that down. And we can kind of go from there populating it. If that sounds great to you. Nathan, I realize I haven't moved you over to the new map.
I would love to be in the new map.
Now, watch as I befuddle through.
Now that's a map. That's a bunch of squares. I've been playing 5th edition Descent into Avernus.
Oh yeah, how's that?
On Roll20. I've been really liking it. It's like there is a lot of like dungeon crawly stuff in it, and it's fun. It's like you really use the maps, and then it's also just fun to have a little character that you can spin around.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's
on here.
It's good stuff. I like Roll20 a lot. Sometimes I get like too tired for it and like I just kind of don't want to, but when I do feel like it, it's always nice. So what I think we're going to do is let's do a small one. Let's grab a small thing. Cuz I would like it if we can have some semblance of a complete dungeon by the end of this. I think I found it.
Every time click on the website, you and Nathan turn into the top left corner of the website.
Oh, you know what it is?
All right.
You know what it is?
What is it?
I have to display capture us. So what I have to do is make us smaller. It's a technical difficulty. I have to make us smaller so that it doesn't come up, and then I can make us bigger in the thing. One moment. Or what I can do is make this.
Long was here asks how we got into D&D.
Oh, that's a great question.
I believe there's a video on Drawfee that talks about my first D&D character. So it's basically that. I was in middle school. My friends were all getting into 3rd edition Dungeons and Dragons. And then I went to visit my cousin, and he was also playing Dungeons and Dragons, and so he helped me make my first character. And I just remember like bringing that character back, playing with my middle school friends, and just absolutely loving it. Just like having such a blast making up nonsense and fighting monsters and trying to find pets. My character loved to find pets. That was their thing. They were a druid, and I just wanted all the animal companions I could get.
That rules. What was his name?
My druid, I believe his name was Laucian.
Love it.
Like Lucian, but with an A, with an A in there.
Yeah.
For some reason.
I can't use this one. I'm already using that one.
You're already using that one.
I'm already
using
a different one. I gotta use a different one. Hang on. I'm trying to look for a good small one. This one's good. Okay, so what we need here. I got into D&D with 4th edition, which is not the popular one. Not a beloved version of the game.
Yeah, I skipped that one. I remember reading all the books in Borders. I would just hang out in the D&D section of Borders while I waited for my friends to like meet me, and then we'd go do somewhat social things. But my just hanging out waiting activity was going to Borders, reading just browsing the new D&D books. And when 4th edition came out, I was like, this looks like a lot of new rules. I probably am not going to have time to play this.
It is a
continue. Yeah.
It's a 100% completely different game. And it's not.
Yeah.
I actually think once they kind of sorted it out, I actually think it'd be extremely your shit. But there's still parts of it that are. It was long. It was the old joke is you could do your fucking taxes in between your fucking combat turn.
Yeah, it's just everybody had a bunch of abilities to. It was like they tried to make it a video game. It seemed like in that regard, like.
And
you had all these abilities to manage.
I always kind of didn't like it. I knew I loved D&D. Like that part was fucking clicking.
Yeah.
I liked drinking beer and doing funny voices and doing all that stuff, but like the game was boring. And I liked my friend's campaign and all that. But I remember like kind of putting my like guy together, and like they had a lot of website tools, so you can kind of just put together like a random dude. And I came back with like my character. My friend was like, why do you have like shield proficiency? You don't use shields. I'm like, I don't care. Who cares? I just want to hit guys. I just want to hit monsters. I've always been more of a Diablo guy than a Baldur's Gate guy. And that led to kind of that, like, I like this, but this isn't quite it. Led to a lot of playing a lot of games that I still do. I still play a lot of games. But I kind of settled on
the higher levels of when you get to like the higher levels in Shadow of the Demon Lord, it feels a lot like Diablo.
Yeah.
You can just plow through like waves of guys.
Yeah. It's great. It's great. Okay. So we have our dungeon layout here. I don't know what this is yet. I don't know what we're doing down here. Anyone in chat? What's a cool, interesting MacGuffin that a bunch of people might go into a dungeon for? Let's put some stairs. I like to put stairs. I think that's always a good entrance.
Yeah, stairs to the dungeon. Unless they fall down a little hole in the floor.
Ooh, that's true.
Stairs is good.
Stairs works. I like to, on these, because I just kind of picked a random map, I always like to put the stairs somewhere. I don't always want to put it, like, here, because there's only... Well, actually, this isn't actually bad. I want to make sure there are choices.
Yeah, you know.
It's... You don't want the area to feel too linear. You want to be able to go this way or that way.
Yeah, you trick them because they only see this room with one door, but then as soon as they go out that door, up, left or straight.
That's it. And that's the thing in dungeons. We want choices. One thing that some things in a dungeon I think that are important to me Especially in like I play like pretty short sessions where I'm doing a lot of drugs and alcohol and peeing a lot. So we probably got like 40 minutes of actual play happening. um, but I like to make sure that there's a lot of like choices to kind of move around. I like to throw in a monster that you probably can't fight. Just immediately see and go, that's not a combat.
That's an avoid. Yeah.
Right. So we got to think about what that could be. We need a MacGuffin that the players would come down here for. We need some. For those who don't know, old school D&D, you get experience points by getting treasure out of the dungeon. 1 gold equals 1 XP. So the goal is to go and find and get treasure. I usually make the MacGuffin worth a lot of XP. And then if you find some of the extra stuff I've hidden, that's even better. So we got to think about where to hide treasure here. Let's see. Do we have any ideas?
Oh, we've got a lot of MacGuffin ideas.
Oh, great. Chris asks,
Some
"Is this
real
the
fun ones?"
Chris asks, "Is this the dungeon we were playing on Friday? Should I leave?" No, you're fine. This is a random one that maybe I'll run at some point. Silver monkey statue broken into 3 parts. Ooh. I like the Legends of the Hidden Temple reference. B, that's good because that makes a challenge in like 3 of the rooms, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it makes kind of a delve
fine.
thing of like you can go get one, go back up, try to get the other one. I do like that. Does that sound good to you?
Sounds great.
Great. So it is a 3-part monkey statue. Let's see here. So there needs to be a door here, right? We should have a door in our room here. Iron door or wooden door, Nathan?
For the first door, let's go wooden.
Yeah. Think it's locked, or you think it's just open? It's the first door.
It's the first door.
You don't want to get stuck at the like.
Right.
Then it's kind of well, I guess we'll go back up.
Maybe it's not locked. Maybe it's booby trapped though. Maybe they have to, if they don't check it carefully, something bad's gonna happen to them.
I do.
That seems like a very Brian thing to do. Is make the very first thing dangerous.
That is okay. Let's booby trap the door. Let's say, should we throw this poison cloud in there?
Oh, look at this art.
It's so good.
Yeah. Link that frequently throughout the stream because this artist deserves all the publicity. This rules. It's just such a pleasant. It makes such a difference when it's like you got that extra stuff, you know.
It gives me the like I think the same like gentle satisfaction. I just sit here and I fuck with dungeons. I imagine kind of like someone in their basement with miniatures does. But I don't got room or money for that. But I think the same appeal. So here's the thing with a trap like this. What I've kind of learned about traps from playing is they're kind of lame. It's either, "Hi, you weren't thinking about it, I got you, you dumb bitch." Or it's like, I don't know what the "or" is, but I like to make sure that we give like a clue that there's something you should maybe look out for.
Okay.
What do you think about like a goblin who has like choked to death?
Yeah.
Like something portending potential doom.
I like that.
Great. Let me find a goblin corpse. So he's all like bloated and whatever poison clouds do.
Could be What it could be any kind of poison we want.
It really could. The imagination is our only. But he died.
maybe he's all like shriveled up.
Ooh,
Maybe it's a
yeah.
kind of poison that like sucks out your life force.
I like that a lot.
It's like a cursed poison.
Ooh, that is really good. So they have to deactivate this trap somehow. I don't know what that would be. Um, that's one of my trap things. Is also like, I go to fix it. How? I don't fucking know. um, okay. What if maybe? Okay. Keep it pretty simple. Keep it pretty kind of like magical here. The little like holes that the poison seeps in through are triggered by the door opening. So they'd have to kind of find a way to stuff up the holes, maybe.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Um,
Yeah, it's pretty easy to, yeah, you just got to stuff up the holes. Once you see the holes, it's like,
once you
okay.
see the holes, right? Um,
Once you see the holes, you can avoid
oh, Chris has a good one though.
the holes.
Chris has a good one too. String on the door that drops a vial. That's good too. Um,
Oh, that is good. You just cut the string.
right. We'll think about it.
Tiny corks.
Tiny corks.
You use each of the goblin's fingies. You cut off the goblin's fingies and you plug up the holes with these little perfectly sized goblin fingies.
Uh, Nathan, don't bring up the bug room again. I swear you'll never hear the end of it.
Great. I didn't have to bring it up.
Oh,
Someone
bug
else
rooms.
did for me.
Bug rooms.
It's funny because it's your room.
It's my
I just
room.
reminded you about it.
Yeah.
But somehow I'm it's because you asked me. You asked me about it before Mega Dungeon that one time. It's like, you know, that room.
Truly.
I can just think of like some other Brian classic ones.
Did bugs
like,
kill Deckard?
Bugs killed Deckard. Yes.
Bugs killed Deckard. Jacob played a dwarf named Deckard in our first Shadow of the Demon Lord game. Came back, and the bug room got him.
And there was a bug room again. And there was again a bug room. And that time, so bugs in the first campaign severely injured Jacob's character Deckard. And the result of that campaign was we changed history, so our characters changed. So that timeline of Deckard ceased to be, and so new Deckard joined our sequel campaign that takes place in the timeline that was created after the first campaign. And in that adventure, Deckard, there was another bug room that did kill Deckard.
Poor Deckard.
No one in that party had any AoE. And the way swarms work in Shadow of the Demon Lord is non-AoE damage does half. AoE damage double. You just need like one good AoE caster, and no one in the party was that. We were all just like weapon people, and so we're just smacking at these bugs. And these bugs, man.
Those bugs, man.
Bugs.
Those bugs, man.
These bugs, man.
Let's see. Is there anything else that should be in this room? I got a whole bunch of. I got pillars. I got rugs. I got. Let's put.
Could the goblin have a little sack lunch with a note from his mom?
Fuck yeah, he does. Are you fucking ready for this? You fucking ready for this? Yeah, he does.
Yeah. And the note is like so sweet that whoever reads it gets like an inspiration dice or whatever the equivalent is.
Yes.
They imagine it as their mom, encouraging them.
And there's something about bringing back the silver monkey statue to save their little goblin tribe.
Yes.
Oh, poor little guy. Poor little guy and his lunch.
He should have noticed the holes.
Should have noticed the holes. He's too short.
There wasn't a corpse. There wasn't a corpse for him to notice first.
Oh no, and he was
So.
trying to rifle through his lunch bag to read the note before he died.
Oh, buddy. Couldn't get there.
Couldn't get there. He knew his mom loved him.
It's because, again, I'm just trying to think, like, Brian dungeons need to make you a little sad.
That is truly my goal at all times.
You need to feel kind of bad about being there and what you're doing.
Yeah.
At least a little bit.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much.
Already they're just like, yeah, there's stakes. There's emotional stakes. And like they know that they are not the the most sympathetic characters in the dungeon as well. They can never have that because little.
I love it.
Can this be this dungeon's Gibletto?
Yep, that's Gibletto. He died.
That's Gibletto. All right, sorry, Gibletto.
Gibletto, the legend of Gibletto, was God, I cannot. It was an Eli thing.
Yes. And Eli joining that that 1.5e adventure you DM'd for us at the office was a real boon for everyone. He basically was. He was basically just Reinhard from Overwatch.
Well, no, he was a tiefling first. Character.
Oh yes, sorry, yes, that I forgot. I forgot about that character because he lived such a short amount of time. Oh my god!
I didn't even do it to him. I mean, I kind of did.
I just remember. Okay, so this needs to be in this dungeon. There needs to be a room with 3 potions, and each potion does something bad. There is no good potion. That was because they will try each one, and each one will do something worse. It's like, well, the third one has to be good.
That was what happened. Was they came into a room. There were 3 potions. Eli drank one. Something bad happened. So then he drank the second one. Something bad happened, and he was like, "Well, the third one's the good one," and he turned to gold. So,
but what happened was, So it was, What did they do?
It wasn't a puzzle. They were just vomiting. 3 shitty potions.
They were just 3 bad potions. The last one he drank, and I remember you were like, each one make a constitution roll. You drink the potion, make a constitution roll. And I think he succeeded on the first 2, so he only got the kind of bad thing.
Right.
And then the last constitution roll, he got a nat 1. And I just remember the look on your face and the way you said, "You die!"
I believe he turned to gold, and then turned to gold with his middle fingers up and his pants down.
Yeah, he made a point to, as he was turning to gold, pose by taking his pants, pulling his pants down. So he just had this golden mooning tiefling, this rude tiefling gold statue in our bag of holding for the rest of the adventure. And no one wanted to buy it.
Well, I kept trying to seed that there would be a way to get him back and to reverse this, but then everybody liked his second character so much it kind of just went away.
No, his second character was just D&D Reinhardt, and he was adorable. He was a sweet, vaguely European strong man with a big hammer. He would say things like, "Do not hit him. He is small."
And the whole thing was he wanted to be your guys' intern.
Yeah, right. He was clearly the strongest, most seasoned warrior among us, and but since he joined the party late, he was our intern.
Right.
And even better with Eli's just naturally beautiful, deep voice.
So good. Friend Shields was fun.
Friend Shields was fun.
Let's see. Let's throw a rug here. And then okay, so we've got a poor goblin. We've got a trap. I think we can move on into a hallway, right?
Yes.
Let's hide the
Oh, we
poison.
got a little rug.
Little rug?
A cool
Nothing.
little rug.
I think the rug's probably
So yeah,
valuable.
we've got to get room with three. It needs to be like a monster, like a kind of easy to fight monster in there. So it seems like the potions are a reward, and then
Ooh.
the potions are all bad.
Okay, okay, okay. Let's see here. Uh, I think that's this room, right?
Yeah,
It's just right in there.
that
Yeah,
makes
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, we're gonna throw a door. Okay, okay, okay. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go get a beer.
You die.
I'm gonna go get a beer, and Chad is gonna spitball. What's in this potion room?
Okay.
All right, I'll be back.
It's fun designing the dungeon when I don't have to be the one suffering through it. Because I make characters that are like good at combat, but like if it's just a room where every potion you drink kills you, I don't, you know, I now know not to trust Brian. I don't drink potions. I let someone else in the party drink the potion if Brian's DMing. Um, yeah, I'm just like I just remember the most, in my opinion, challenging things I've run into as a player in dungeons. So that's what I'm bringing to the table. Just stuff that really hecked up our whole party. Gelatinous cube I'm seeing, two zombies fighting each other, eye spore, minotaur skeleton. These are all great ideas. I love it. Very fun. Potion that makes you a gelatinous cube. Oh yeah, we got to decide what the potions do also. They've got to be bad. They've got to be like increasing badness. Like one that like, transforms you into something that's like still playable but a little worse. One that like hex you up in some way, and one that straight up kills you. Potion that does one damage whenever you say a certain word. Potion that reduces ability score.
Here's a random
Yeah, yeah,
question
yeah.
for these all sound great. Before we get into it, okay. So the MacGuffin here is a 3-part silver monkey statue. Are the guardians of this MacGuffin, whatever it is, are they like monkey themed?
Ooh,
I don't know what that
a
is,
monkey
but
themed dungeon. Or are they like crocodile themed for that Donkey Kong angle? Like
yeah, they stole it.
they stole it from the monkeys, and they're all like lizards or crocodiles.
Yup, yup, they are 100% that. Okay, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Um, okay, this isn't a goblin. I don't have a little monkey guy. This isn't a goblin, this is a little monkey.
Little dead
A
monkey
little dead
guy.
monkey guy
Okay.
who came
Dang.
who came on his own to get back his statue, his people's statue, and the
Wow.
fucking crocodile people killed him with the poison trap.
Yep.
There has to be like a mad crocodile scientist here, right? Who like rigged up some traps, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't know who he is yet.
Absolutely.
I don't know who he is yet, but he's here somewhere. I got a lot of like lizard
Yeah.
people. We'll use them for the crocodile people.
Wonderful.
So let's focus back up on this room where there are potions. Let's see here. I have tables. Okay, hang on. Is this said mad scientist little laboratory?
Oh, that's fun. And he just keeps like bad potions right out in the open.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
because he knows, because they're crocodiles, they don't trust even their coworkers. So he's like to teach all of the grunts not to go through his stuff. The most easily accessible things are all bad.
Oh, yes. Yes, he's a jerk.
He's a real jerk.
He's a real
Bad
jerk.
HR has a lot of complaints.
Crocodile people HR.
Crocodile people HR. That should be one of the rooms.
And that crocodile insists he's not HR, but everyone else does. Okay. Hell yeah. There's always the feeling of like, shit, are we gonna come up with anything? And then something always comes up.
Brian, you've given me a lifetime's worth of just like obnoxious stuff that can happen to me in a dungeon. So that's always a great jumping off point. I'm just remembering things that have happened, and you know, we flavor them however we want because it's our freaking show. We can do what we want. It's your show. I'm a guest, but it's ours.
It's ours.
Tonight.
It's ours. Okay.
Herpetological resources, very good. Very, very good, Chris.
Very, very good. Okay, there's a chest here too that's locked. Don't know what's in it. We can figure it out later.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me find my lizard people. I want to find my mad scientist. I think there's only like no, maybe he's always locked in here. And like as like the heroes if they approach this door, they can hear like maniacal laughter and like things exploding or whatever.
That's fun.
The potions I think are right here on this table.
Yeah. Is Doc Croc? That's like too. Is that too goofy?
I mean, to be real, they'll probably never find out his name, so he can just be Doc Croc. But
okay.
Let me load up my lizard people who are here somewhere. Problem is, I have so many. Like there are like over 4,000 of these tokens. Let's see. I have more. These troglodytes are good. Nathan, I know you can't see these, but they're not. I think there are more like lizard people.
Got any kobolds? Kobolds are kind of crocodile-y.
Kobolds are kind of I have a bunch of lizardy people. Just I need to sort through my giant.
They could just be lizard. They don't have to be crocodiles.
No, I think they have to be. No, they. Well, the tokens can just be lizards. The characters are crocodiles.
Sure. Sure.
I just need to find them. I'm going to drop the link one more time. Well, not one more time. I'll keep doing it throughout the stream. Zeshio.itch.io. It's also available on the Roll20 Marketplace, which is where I bought them. He's on Twitter, too, and he's great. He's very nice. I spoke to him today to ask if I could use these.
Lovely.
It's always like, it is one of those things of like, you know, he has a thing of like not for commercial use. Like I know that usually means like you can't put these in your book or like sell an adventure with these. But you know, we do accept subscriptions for this stream, and I don't know if that like counts.
Mm-hmm.
So it can never hurt to ask.
Never hurts to ask.
Oh boy. Okay, I'm looking through. Okay, I've hit. Oh yes, baby. Oh fuck. I do have several. I'm just gonna drop some stuff to show you. I got several large lizards. That's somebody's pet right there.
Oh yeah.
Is there? Okay, here's the question. Is this room the fucking gator pit? There are gator people, and there's the gator pit.
And then there's the gator pit. Yeah, it's like a Goofy and Pluto situation.
Yes, because these are gator people. And one of the silver monkey pieces is in here.
For sure. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, they've got to like find. They've got to like get to. I mean, they can try and fight their way through the gator pit, but what they've got to do is like find where they store all the meat for the gators and feed the
Oh
gators, or
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
distract them with some meat so they can get through. Or there's other ways to get through, probably.
Really? I think the move is to just make the problem. Don't even think about the solution. That's their job.
That's what. That is. You've mentioned that before, that because you did that with the there was that troll. Trolls are a pretty high challenge rating in 5th edition. They can regenerate health and just have a lot of health anyway. And I remember you like stuck us in a room with a troll, and we like ended up swimming out. Like there was an underwater tunnel, and that was just there because we said there must be an underwater tunnel here, and you, the DM, in that moment were like, ah, yes, there is an underwater tunnel there. And I think about that, just like that moment, and that, because to us, there just was an underwater tunnel there. It wasn't like I taught you afterwards, where you were like, oh yeah, I just like putting people in impossible situations and see how they.
Well, it also is like one of those things of like, if the whole group is like, well, there's got to be an underwater tunnel here, we're putting all of our eggs in that basket. Sometimes they'll,
that's just like,
you don't want to be like
reactive. Yeah,
right. You don't want to be like, no, you just wasted the last 10 minutes planning talking that out.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're curating this experience for your friends, and yeah, it just like felt very cool. Like it's those moments like that in D&D are like,
it's the
what
best.
keeps me coming back.
Chris says the basilisk tomb of the Serpent Kings is one of my favorite monsters to puzzle. I have read it and I don't remember that. Tomb of the Serpent Kings, if you're interested in old school Dungeons and Dragons, that is a great dungeon to both play through and read. That is a dungeon that is meant to teach you how to play old school D&D. I believe the door into the tomb has a total party kill potential trap. And it's just meant to be like, you gotta be careful, bud, before we get too into this. Be more careful. Before you get invested.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily, it takes minutes to make a first level BX character.
Yeah.
Okay. We know this is the Gator Pit, but we'll figure that out later. Okay. So is there back to our mad scientist crocodile lab? We know he's got the potions. We know that he's in here. I think
Chat has just full of cool ideas.
Shit
for stuff right now. Potion that isn't actually a potion, it's just pure Carolina Reaper juice. just real spicy. just a real spicy juice. That's so fun. And then the basilisk with the blinders on is cool.
Okay, this is Tomb of the Serpent Kings, I think. He can petrify you if he looks at you. The key to the big treasure room is attached to his collar. Got it. Yep, that's brilliant. I also gotta say, I love the username Lose Your Own Adventure.
That's very good.
Okay. So we've got our mad scientist here. He's got 3 potions. We don't know what there's a lot of great ideas for what the potions do. I'm definitely going to read through those and pick some before I run this, and then maybe change it if I run it again.
I love the spicy potion.
One of them will just be really spicy, and like you have to make a saving throw. They drink it. Saving throw versus death. Nothing happens, but at the end of the session, if they survive, they have to explain the terrible dumps they take later.
Yep.
Ooh, potion that gives you...
That's hitting too close to home. The time I ate the ghost pepper for Drawfee.
I don't think I saw that.
Oh, man.
Not good.
It was, I mean, the dumps specifically.
Oh.
Like the pepper itself was spicy, but like, you know, that passes after a while. Um, but man, yeah, Caldwell gave me the day off like preemptively, and I was like, I feel fine. It was spicy, I'll be fine. And then I woke up the next morning and was like, I'm not fine.
Oh boy.
I will take Caldwell up on this offer.
That
But it
yeah,
was okay.
that
It
sounds
was
bad.
okay after that. You know, yeah. So, you know, and that was what that was. It got, you know, it got a fair number of views for a Drawfee video back then. Like, you know, now we just release a video and it gets that many views, and you don't have to harm our bodies. But you know, we were young and scrappy and full of piss and vinegar and just wanted to make some internet content.
Man, that's still my shit. That's still
Good
what I want to
time.
fucking do. I just want to hurt. I don't want to sit at a desk. I want to hurt myself.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Hurt yourself physically, hurt yourself emotionally, hurt yourself psychologically, just like, you know, but it'll be entertaining.
You're talking my language.
It will be entertaining.
I do love this Chris idea for a potion. A potion that gives you permanent lizard scales. So you gain a +1 permanent to your AC. But you a freak.
That's cool.
I also like a potion that turns
I
you
like
into
that.
Caldwell Tanner.
Yeah, you do have to role play as Caldwell. You got, if you don't know who he is and you're playing this dungeon, you do have to watch some of his videos. You have to listen to a whole episode of NADPod
That's yep.
and watch an episode of Big Sea Greens that he boarded
And you
and
can't,
read some of his comics.
which you should do anyway. But if you haven't, you can't play until you've done it.
Yeah, you have to go. You go in a different room and sort of binge Caldwell content, and then when you come back, you're like, okay, I get this guy. I think I can do it.
Great. And by then
He's
the
a
game's
sweet
over,
boy with a potty mouth. Yeah,
he's the absolute best. I'm just throwing some vines here because there's definitely vines in this room. I think there's going to be like a little lake or something. But this I'm just I'm just throwing things out in there.
It's like the gardeners, they can't really get in there to clear out because there are all these gators. So it's like, well, the vines are just going to grow because no one's going in there to fix it, because you either have to go through the gators or you have to go through the crazy doctor's lab, and both of those suck.
Right.
So they don't do it.
Yeah,
they just hang out.
They just hang out. Here's my question about the big gators. Are they to these like crocodile people? Are they lower, like a goofy Pluto thing, or are they revered? Like this is a more holy spot for their ancestors.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, this is closer to like a chapel where like the predecessors of our race.
Yeah. They love the gators.
They love the gators. They worship the gators.
They worship the gators. It's all for the gators.
Okay, well now I'm knee deep in this gator room, so that's what we got to do.
We got to do the gator room.
I think there's water here.
There's water here.
There's water here. I don't think this is a well-maintained pool. I think it's the best the crocodile people can do. Right? So it's sort of just a hole in the floor with water in it, I think. Or is this a nicer pool? We could.
Sorry, I need to let everyone know that Julia Lepetit is watching Love Actually for the first time.
Oh boy!
Sending us her reactions to stuff. So if I'm distractedly typing or reading, that's why.
What are her thoughts so far?
So, it's a very dated. It really was of its time.
It truly is.
Paraphrasing her, but yeah.
I'm truly
Yeah, I
obsessed.
watched it. I watched it over the weekend because after Thanksgiving it's Christmas time, and so we had to bring in the season with some Love Actually watching. And man, they did not care for fat people
Nope.
or people above like a certain weight. It
Nope. I do have a
was
lot of
just
affection
like
for the
they
movie though.
really. Oh yeah, I mean it's like try as I might, it does make me get like a little choked up at certain parts.
Parts of it
And
work.
then Laura Linney's character is in a completely different movie from everyone
Yeah.
else, and unclear why they thought that was part of it. But they took some swings. They made it. Yeah, it is a bummer for sure. Um,
Oh my god,
the
the
stuff in there.
quite the okay, so it's okay.
So we got a
guys.
red gator. Is the red gator the boss gator?
That's the alpha. Um
That's the alpha, and that's you can tell because it's red.
the fucking the monkey piece is in the pool, right?
Yes. Maybe it's in the pool, and as they enter the room, they see the red gator just chomp it
Oh
up.
fuck. Yeah, there's at least like a 1 in 6 chance the red gator just chomps it.
Yeah.
Can the monkey piece be? Oh, I see. That's coming from the channel. Tap Dance Druid, thank you for dropping the Zeshio link. Okay. Fuck. This is a good room. This is a good room. Is there a door?
Just want to make sure it's clear that I do not endorse the fat phobia in Love Actually, in any amount. I thought it was clear, but I just want to make sure.
I think it was pretty clear, but it never hurts to get a
Yeah,
little.
just in case there was any ambiguity. Uh, not a part of the movie that I like, and in fact think is bad that it's in there.
And it was always bad.
And it was always bad, and it becomes more apparent anytime I watch it.
Completely agreed.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a question now. Is there a switch here that I just dropped? Does this drain the pool?
Ooh, drain the pool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why functionally they would do that or where the water goes, but there could
sometimes the pool gets so full of the gator poop they gotta just flush it.
because they're holy creatures. You have to take care of them.
You have to flush it, and then they have to bring new water in somehow. Maybe they've got like a little rain collector somewhere.
Yeah, and there could also be Castle
like a
Dangerous
little
isn't
hole.
all like dungeon structure. There's like an underground forest and like all of these. Anything I want to do in Castle Dangerous, I can do. Let's throw some columns in here. Some structures. So okay, that all makes sense to me. Okay, here's an additional question. I don't know on this one. Do these gators something about is the red gator the holy one? Like the queen bee, if you will, and she produces the eggs that make the crocodile people.
Oh, that's cool.
So she's essentially queen bee, and that's why something about her.
So if you kill this, you sort of commit a mini these crocodile people.
Yeah, baby.
At least this particular group of them.
Yeah, baby.
And you just have to live with that. I mean, they're not great. They're not great folks,
They steal
but you know,
monkey
they're
statues.
still living souls.
It's
They have hopes and dreams, and they mostly involve stealing monkey statues and worshiping their crocodile mother. But yeah, maybe it's like, yeah, this special crocodile has some sort of like otherworldly power, and that's why its eggs do what it do. It's like been imbued by their deity. It's like an avatar of
yeah,
their deity,
yeah.
and so they needed to steal the monkey statue to like please their deity, so because like they need to maintain a certain amount of favor with their deity, or the out bad.
Yes,
And
yes.
they don't become like healthy lizard people.
Oh, maybe that was it. The mother crocodile began to birth regular crocodiles. Um, and
Oh yeah.
so it was like,
and,
oh, our
and so
deity.
they're her children. They leave them with her. But yeah,
Right,
they're like, we need a kind with thumbs to do all the stuff that we do.
right, right. So the that's what led to the monkey statue grabbing.
Yeah, because the crocodile god hates the monkey god, and the monkey god hates the crocodile god. It's an old beef
Ancient
going back.
enemies.
Yeah.
Um, fuck. Good shit. Good shit. Oh, yeah, Chris asks, what if the pool is just a cage under the floor sitting in a... Oh, I like that. What if the pool is just a cage under the floor sitting in a river that runs under the dungeon? So it sort of like naturally fills itself back up.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
See, that's what are you an engineer? Is that because that's just good. That's why I have trouble designing dungeons, because I have like ideas, but then I don't know how anything actually works practically. Just in real life, I don't have any idea how anything functions.
Truly, I do not either.
Which is why I spend all my time in fantasy worlds that other people have made.
And luckily, this is just a magical mythic underworld dungeon where it don't
Yeah,
matter. It fucking works how I
it don't
say it
matter.
works.
But I do like that like the river, it's a river conduit, and so like it has some sort of device that allows it to drain, but then if they flip the switch back, it can refill from the river.
And Chris brings up a good
That makes
point
sense.
that it also brings the Crocs food,
Oh
which is
yeah.
great. Perfect. That works entirely. John asks, so what's this dungeon all about? This is a section of a much larger mega dungeon beneath a castle called Castle Dangerous. And this is a little section habitated by crocodile people who are birthed from these crocodiles.
Well, just the red one.
Yeah. I think these are mates.
Oh, they're also children,
The
child mates.
I don't know if they're children. I
Because
don't know if they're children.
some of them are. Oh, okay.
Um,
They can be mates. That's fine.
I don't know. They
Love
could be
that.
children
It's like
too.
a little harem. It's like dude harem for
Yeah.
this hot crocodile mom. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Also, there's a weird amulet or something wrapped in the cage bars that flowed downriver. Maybe a clue to another dungeon. Love that.
One is the funny one. One of them is like the nerdy one, and one of them is the jock. Like depending on what mood she's in, she can hang out, and then they all get along great. Is the thing. So like whichever one that she's, spending quality time with, the other two can just sort of pal around.
Hell yeah.
It's just like a nice healthy relationship between the four of them.
I'm gonna throw out there. This is really fun, and it shouldn't be the last time we do it. I find this delightful. Okay, so these ones are getting metal doors because this is a very sacred chamber.
Okay, that makes sense.
This is locked, right? These have to be locked.
Lock croc. So it's locks on one side, and then it's lock door and vines on the other side.
Ooh.
But maybe if they have a good enough perception check, they can see through the vines that there are crocodiles over there. It's pretty thick vines.
Oh, so there's no door, there's vines. Oh yeah, the vines are in place of the door. Oh, I like that.
That's what I'm thinking.
I like that a lot.
That's what I'm thinking. Because they could slash their way through the vines just like if they want, but then they're gonna
regret
crocodiles.
They're gonna regret it.
The crocodiles are absolutely gonna notice their vines getting slashed.
They love their vines. Let's see, because there's some stuff in here to kind of, because like I imagine this water is also like sweltering, like swampy hot, so this room is very humid and temperate.
Yes. Yeah, they notice the heat and maybe the smell coming from that room. Brian, you're always really good about describing the smell of things, especially in Demon Lord, where things smell like really bad.
They do tend to smell bad.
And your wife Emily has picked that up when the adventure she's running for us and a couple other friends. Now it's like, oh yeah, we've gotten some like real putrid, horrible, gross.
Love bad smells. It's a dungeon. It should smell bad.
Yeah, man, that dungeon that was inside the I guess it wasn't a dungeon, but just like that adventure that took place inside the rotting dragon.
Oh, I love that one.
That was like full of those like shit people.
Oh man, that was a fun one.
Those poopmen.
That was not one of that was a module that Schwalb wrote. And it's
well, you ran it real good.
Appreciate it.
Like,
should there be bees in here?
Real, just in the crocodile room.
Yeah. Is that too much?
Bees in the where would the bees be?
I'm just thinking like this is a very temperate jungly room.
Yeah, maybe there are bees. The crocodiles know not to mess with the bees, but if you try and slash your way through the vines,
oh my god,
bees.
Hear me the fuck out. Hear me the fuck out. All right, we got some pottery over here. We got some vines over here near the fucking lever that drains this fucking lake, and there are goddamn bees. Yeah.
The bees are around the lever. Okay.
Yeah. And
the vines there. Okay.
And we're gonna hide those.
The hidden bees. You can make I mean, they could probably, if they listen good, they can hear the buzzing. Bees aren't the quietest of animals. But
that makes a lot of sense.
But if you're not looking for bees, sometimes you're just walking and all of a sudden you're just surrounded by bees.
It can happen. It happens to the best of us.
It can happen. I remember I was playing hide and seek when I was a kid, and I ended up just like picking my hiding spot right on top of a wasp's nest. And I noticed when I got stung. But not even right after I got stung. First, I thought like I had stepped on something, like a twig or something. But the sensation was so much more intense than just like regular something in your shoe. And then I looked down and saw several wasps and several more, and I was like, uh-oh. So they're just yellow jacket. Yellow jacket's a type of wasp, I believe.
Yeah,
they're
I believe you're
the
correct.
most. Yeah, so it was yellow jackets, but still, it was not not what you want to see.
Somebody asked in chat, have you ever played White Plume Mountain? Nathan, have you ever done that?
White Plume Mountain? No.
That is a very famous AD&D dungeon. It has been converted into 5e. There was that one collection. I forget what it was called. I don't play 5e. It is a famous like funhouse dungeon, where it's sort of notorious for like not making any fucking sense and like not worrying about it. It's fun. I've run it before.
Okay.
It's good stuff. Um, Maybe some
That's
flowers for the
cool.
bees. Yeah, I think there's some flowers in this like vine shrubbery. I think that's just where they live.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
the vines, whatever plant it is, has flowers that produce whatever kind of nectar the bees
right,
like. And the
right.
bees help pollinate. That makes sense because they're plants growing, so the bees are helping keep the plants healthy by cross pollinating them.
They were
It's like it's a whole ecosystem down here.
and like yeah, and maybe they were put there. Maybe this was all kickstarted by our mad scientist crocodile.
Yeah.
He kind of oh shit. So maybe this mad scientist crocodile is sort of in charge of like keeping this whole room like working.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Fuck, this is an okay little dungeon, gang. This ain't too bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so we only got 2 rooms left. I'm thinking this one here has got to be like the chieftain's chamber, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And he's got the most essential piece. He's got the middle of the monkey statue.
Yeah. The middle is the most important part of the monkey statue, the little belly.
Well, that's where the head can't connect to the feet.
Right.
The middle keeps it all together.
The middle is the middle's the middle.
You think you would make along without your middle? You can make it without your bottom. You really couldn't make it without your top. That's where your brain is.
Yeah. There's a lot of important stuff in the top.
Yeah. Well, this monkey, it's the middle.
It's the middle. The middle's just more silver, you know, just by in terms of mass.
Sydney has a good story here. One time I was at a beach with my cousins and they left me and I got all sad and took a different path home. And long story short, they got attacked by ground bees and that's karma, baby.
Yeah. Gotta watch out for those ground bees. And then bumblebees, they're just idiots. They'll just slam into stuff, but they don't sting. I don't think they sting.
I also don't think. Yeah.
I remember getting smacked in the face by a bumblebee 1 or 2 times as a kid, and just being like, "That's something that big and hard shouldn't just be able to fly around on its own."
I remember not liking them much, but
it's like birds, they're big and can fly, but they don't like fly into you. I guess that's what the whole premise of Hitchcock's The Birds is. Is they decide, what if we just flew into people? Because that'd be, it'd be very disruptive if birds did that.
It would fuck your day up.
Yeah.
I do like durable deer, but if the monkey's fat in the middle, it could be the biggest chunk of silver. I like that. So it is also it's worth the most XP. Even though, oh shit though. So that means like the gator is the toughest to get the statue out of. So like the best chunk should be in the gator pool, right?
Right. Because the gator is like you think the chieftain is like the hardest thing, but it's she's the mom. She's the one blessed by the gator deity.
Right. There can be another chieftain.
Yeah.
This gator mom, on the other hand. Okay, let's. But we'll
the
take
chieftain's really more of a figurehead position, because it's like this scientist high priest guy is the one sort of running the whole making sure everything's functioning.
Right. So that said, I will say, this isn't a big dungeon. How many crocodile people are there, and are there many? Maybe there aren't that many.
Well, yeah, I mean, I imagine they have it's sort of like home base, but they have sort of like raiding parties that come and go. So they've maybe got like sort of a barracks setup that is sort of a rotating.
Sure, that makes
shifts
sense.
can come in. bring their loot, rest up, and then go back out because again their main mission is trying to get enough favor.
Right.
This is like and then I don't know if there needs to be like sort of a nursery area as how they care for their young, or if those get taken to a different dungeon entirely, or if like the chieftain's room is also the nursery. I don't know.
Here's
trying to think.
Here's my guess. I'm gonna say there is a set of stairs here, and that leads down into the nursery. That maybe we will map another day.
Gotcha.
But
and right now the nursery is just full of little baby crocodiles.
Yeah,
but not crocodile people, because
right.
they have not the monkey statue was not enough, clearly.
Oh yeah, right. They haven't solved it.
No,
these are people.
They're just trying stuff.
These are a people in like die. The monkey statue really may have been for nothing.
You being that you've caught them at a bad time, and so they're not, they're not thrilled to have you
right
there.
Right. Okay, so this is the barracks for sure.
It's a crumbling society that is resorted to desperate measures to perpetuate itself, and you're just showing up. You've no context for what's going on, and you're just gonna heck everything up for everyone.
You just heard a rumor in a tavern that there might be a monkey statue worth a lot of money.
Yeah, that monkey statue means nothing to you. It could mean the difference between it's just money. It's just right. Shiny. It's just a shiny rock that you can trade in for money.
Right.
And these desperate crocodiles are trying everything to continue to exist.
And then not to mention the monkey people who need this, who also want this back.
Right. The monkey people need it as well. And yeah, it's just, but you don't get any experience if you just give it to them.
Right. There's a lot of discussion right now, I think, in the community around morality in D&D. And I think some of those conversations are worth having, especially, everyone kind of getting on the same page of like games and stuff. I personally like old school D&D where it's like, no, you're kind of just bad, greedy people.
Right. As long as you're like upfront about that fact.
Right.
I think it also gets into like the fact that like a lot of D&D is content now. Like if you're just playing with your friends, it's different. Like you worry about morality in a different way than if you're like making content for impressionable
that's very true.
Youths to watch, and like, you want to make sure you're deliberate about what sort of morals you are endorsing.
That's very true.
Implicitly or explicitly.
That is an incredibly good point.
But yeah, man, I love that, just like murder hobo, and I love the way like Brennan does this sort of in the very beginning of Fantasy High, where he's just like this Arthur Eggfort like giving this speech at this adventuring academy, like, what makes a hero? And he basically is just like, a hero is a violent wanderer. Someone who, through physical might or arcane magics, imposes their will on the world in order to obtain treasure.
So good.
It's just like,
so
but he's like,
good.
so he's like doing it in the like perfect tone and cadence of like what should be an inspiring speech, but he's just like roasting that whole. Yeah, it's like that shit would have me cackling.
The man is a machine of just like, how dare you be this good at this?
And remember, the most powerful magic of all is chronomancy, magic of time. It's like, you think he's a friendship or something. Yeah. Chronomancy, magic of time.
In one of my favorite games, Troika, one of the backgrounds, kind of the equivalent of the game's classes, is Wizard Hunter. And the description of a Wizard Hunter is: some people say man is the most dangerous prey. They're wrong. Can men ignite the air or freeze your blood? Can men turn into flocks of seagulls when cornered in an alley? No, they can't. Wizards are the most dangerous prey.
Yeah. It's true.
By Troika. I believe they are, there's currently a sale on Troika. I believe it's like 66% off of the PDF. That could be wrong. But all profits, I believe, this month are going to helping LGBTQ youths looking for housing.
That's awesome. I still have to try. Like, I have not looked into Troika at all. I know it's one that you like a lot, and you've invited me to play, and I just have not.
And you keep telling me to go fuck myself, and you don't want to talk when we're not on stream.
Yeah. Ryan, don't say that. Ryan.
Nathan Yaffe, this whole sweet friendly boy is an act. It's a character he does. I was like, hey man, you want to do this? And all I get back is we're not friends.
Is it for content? Okay.
No, Nathan is the nicest boy around. Oh, thank you for the Josiah. Thank you for the trickle link. Yeah, it's kind of just one of those, like, it's a good game. It's a good game. It's great for good. Especially like right now, like most of Troika, I think, is perfect for kind of how I run games now, which is I have like 15 to 20 people in a group, and it's an open table of just, hey, I'm gonna run this game, who's gonna show up, and Troika's kind of perfect for that, of you're in a weird place, have an adventure, I guess.
Yeah, Troika, that's what you did the rules for the Charles Mothers game.
Troika Planet based? Charles is Troika based, yes. And because Troika is an infinite universe, it all works great. That is on my itch page, Brian, 4 Brians, .itch. It's free. It'll always be free. And I think it's pretty fun. And Volume 2 is going to come out at some point.
Hell yeah.
That was a fun one to do.
Yeah, I mean, I remember you had me and Jacob take a look at that one, and I was like, I have no notes. This looks great. This looks like a fun time.
I appreciate that. I have not run it myself.
I think like it's hard to pick a favorite thing, but I think the random table of the Charles but slightly different, the ways Charles can be slightly different, was my favorite touch, because it looks just like a random table you'd find for like generating stuff, but it's like he's got slightly different colored hair.
That was my favorite one too, of like that's how Carolyn and I have discussed this. We don't fully agree. But I personally think that the Charles Mothers who appeared on the Great British Bake Off is a Charles but slightly different.
Oh, interesting.
That is not, to me, in my personal interpretation, the same Charles that was in Tablepocalypse.
Interesting. Okay.
I think Charles has been scouring the multiverse for a very long time. But
I love that.
But it's good.
He was introduced to us as the Great British Bake, but Carolyn does not agree. So there's no, that isn't canon. It's whatever you.
That's just my interpretation. That said, Carolyn and I have agreed that anything that happens at any table of anyone playing Planet Charles is canon.
Is canon, yeah.
Is canon. So yeah. And it's a huge multiverse, so my thing can be... So there can be a universe where my thing is real, and also Carolyn's
There can be a
interpretation is real.
universe, and also, yeah, there are two Great British Baking Show Charles Mothers, and the slight difference between them is so slight that anytime you watch back that episode, it could be either one.
Could
you're
be either
watching.
one, or could be a completely different one of your interpretation.
That's true.
Crazy, right?
That's true.
I deeply, because Charles Mothers, while being the funniest fucking thing, is also I got deeply, and Carolyn is so nice enough to humor me. I am deeply obsessed with making it as stupidly complicated as possible.
Mm-hmm.
There is, I talked about it very drunk on the Halloween stream, I think, but there is a character that I would describe as a Charles Mothers villain who has not made an appearance, who will make an appearance on Adventure, and I think it's the saddest character I've ever fucking come up with, and I'm so excited.
A villain version of Charles Mothers, or a villain to Charles Mothers?
A villain to Charles Mothers.
Gotcha.
And she is
Which, by the way, sorry I couldn't make it to the Halloween stream. Halloween is my girlfriend Emily's birthday. So
I don't think you have to apologize for anything. And honestly, you could have said you were there and were like, oh yeah, that was fun. I would have believed you.
No, it's just, I appreciated the invite. So yeah, it sounded like a good time.
It was a good time.
You did a whole how many hours did you? 13 or 12?
12.
Did you do the full?
And I held up 7 fingers and said 12. It was fun. I had this haunted Luigi thing going the entire time, and these fucking dogs fell for it.
You were the one doing that. Yeah, I caught a little of it. I had it on. I would tune in from time to time. So you did the you did the
whole time
Luigi stuff.
Whole time. Great. It was great.
That's great.
Great
so acting.
Fun.
Luigi board.
Emily it's it's kind of like wrestling of like, you've got to be able to take a hit. Emily fucking sold it. So much fun.
She was also in on the
yes. Everyone on stream had been aware I'm gonna do a Luigi thing. Fucking play along.
That's great.
Really, really fun. But then so I ended the stream on I was like all right, we're gonna go to bed, it's over. And then like I fake ended the stream, and like Emily and I proceeded to have a conversation like we had ended it, like, oh, should we walk the dog? All right, let's go to bed. And then I walk off camera, and then I very, very slowly faded in on the haunted Luigi picture of
oh, really good.
And so I woke up. That was Ploops. That was
Ploops. Way to go, Ploops.
It was so fucking good. And I woke up the next morning to just all caps "fuck you" in my like Twitter mentions.
Yep. Worth. Very good.
Super, super fun.
That's a fun time. That's a fun time to have. What's in the barrels?
What's in the barrels? I don't know. There's probably anytime, like the first time in any session. Here's a cheat code for playing with Brian. The first time someone checks a barrel, there's going to be something in the barrel to encourage everyone to like keep checking barrels. I think
if it's a barrel checking party, you reward that.
That's hey.
And if it's not, that's okay.
First barrel
blasting powder. You can make a bomb. You can bomb the whole crocodile room.
Yes. Done. Definitely blasting powder. And then I think there's probably going to be like some little like jewel or something stowed away in one that's worth like 50 experience points or something.
Amiability. The barrels are full of bread and butter pickles. Ew. Yeah, they're really into pickling down. It's yeah. Crocodiles, the ones, the bipedal crocodile folk Love pickles.
Love. Eli Uden, once again, has once referred to pickles as wet golem food. And I love pickles, but
Hmm.
I can't get that
Hmm.
image out of my head.
I like I like that you can pickle any vegetable, but the only vegetable that loses its identity and fully becomes the pickle is cucumber.
It's because the cucumber is nothing on its own. That's why.
Yeah, it's just like, well, the cucumber is just a pickle now.
Um,
It has ceased to be a cucumber. Pickled onion is still an onion. It's still got some onion in it.
my buddy,
Cucumber fully becomes pickle.
yes, my buddy, Chris Gethard. We were on a road trip at one point. We stopped at this store or this like little like deli like restaurant, but we Chris Gethard's like really into like soda, gourmet sodas and shit, and like really wanted to stop at this place because they apparently have like the biggest fucking collection in the world or in the country.
Ooh.
And he was trying to get this. It's called like Mr. Cucumber. And he was raving about it in the entire card, like fucking Mr. Cucumber, it's the king of sodas. And it was just like, it tasted like cucumber, which is not. You're right. It tastes like cucumber.
It's like fizzy cucumber water. Yeah, it's just
And
like if you want to drink cucumber.
I don't know about king of sodas. I don't even think cucumber is the king of vegetables. So like,
No, it's not. It's not. But that's great for Geth. I mean, his whole thing is like, just taking he's 100% himself, and he just is like, I'm just gonna take these stances
100%.
that I got. Ooh, look at this. Yeah.
100%. That store created a wall of fizz to put him on it.
Oh, that's fun. What's he up to these days?
He is see, they just did
Not been following his stuff.
Still,
recently,
we have not. We talked a little bit on Twitter like a couple months ago, but I believe he's still doing Beautiful Anonymous, which is a great podcast. And then on Twitch, they're doing Planet Scum, which is extremely cool. We got a lot of friends kind of doing stuff for them. And
what's Planet Scum?
It's essentially his own little Twitch network. With a bunch of little shows and stuff, with a bunch of very cool New York comedians.
Yeah.
Adam Gold is doing a show there with Martin Urbano.
Oh, fuck yeah. Go watch that. Shit, I gotta watch that.
Yeah.
That kid, he's not even a kid anymore. I still think of him as, because he's just so bright-eyed and full of energy. Man.
Adam's the best.
Guy's got hustle.
He do.
He's going places.
He do got.
It's like he seems like, oh, I'm gonna be working for you someday.
Yeah. Yes.
That's
absolutely.
the vibe I got.
Absolutely.
Got from him. And so it's like, yeah. And I will enjoy working for you as well.
I'll enjoy
nice
working for anyone.
Just a nice. I mean, he took one for the team when he did the dive roll in Drawfee Variety Hour. It was not scripted. That was just like, it was for comedy. He caused himself tremendous pain, and it was an iconic moment, and I'll never forget it.
There's some great things.
Mary Houlihan? Does Mary Houlihan have a show on Planet Scum? She do like a painting show?
Yes, she does. Planet Scum, cool. Go follow that shit. Good people making good stuff.
Houlihan, former Drawfee guest, among many other things. She also did one of the Porfo paintings for the gallery.
Oh, right.
The Porfo gallery on YouTube Mobile Live that we did. If anyone remembers that.
Oh, man, remember YouTube Mobile Live.
I think wait, do I have... Oh, no, that one actually we have hung up. I took it out of the crazy frame that it was in for the gallery, and Emily mounted it on just like a nice, simple frame, and now it's hanging up in our kitchen. The like sort of Napoleonic looking Porfo painting.
Amazing.
Yeah.
There's
It's
nothing
good
else.
stuff.
There's nothing else in this room, right? They don't sleep in
Maybe some.
beds.
No, they just sleep. They can just yeah, they just sort of bask in the. Maybe they've got some stones by the
Ooh,
like some
yeah.
big flat stones by the fire that like get nice and hot, and they go lay on them,
Ooh,
bask.
that's great. I do like there was one suggestion. Sorry, I'm not going to scroll back up. But that there is a captain who's going to be this guy who's going to use the explosive barrels against the party if they don't find it first.
Oh, and hold on, Jewebbles or Jubles, I don't know how that's pronounced. What if the leader of the Croc people is just a human bard in too deep? Like
I don't
it's
hate
like
it.
clearly like to you it's clearly a guy wearing like a lizard costume, like a bad lizard costume, and he's just like, shut up.
Okay, here's what's up. Here's what's up.
Like that's the real reason why their deity has lost favor with them, is because they've let this imposter
What is his
into their
gain?
folds.
What is he getting out of this? Here's the thing. I'm going to go pee one last time. I'm going to get another beer. We're going to finish off this next room and figure out what this bard deal is.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, this is fun. I've got a Drawfee episode to review, but I'm having too much fun. Brian texted me and I was like, I could maybe get my work done before this. And then I didn't. But when you're self-employed, the workday lasts all night. This is great. I hope Brian like does do this dungeon on a stream sometime so I can watch it happen. Does the human bard wear Crocs? Absolutely. We really, and the fun thing about like you come up with these whole backstories for the dungeon, and then like when the players get in there, it's all gonna go out the window. Like they're gonna like maybe get to uncovering like a fraction of this stuff, and then they'll through their actions will demand like new pieces of lore to just be brought up on the spot. That's also like no amount of planning you can do for a dungeon will prepare you for what the players will end up doing,
100% no.
and like the story that ends up taking place there. So
100%.
this is all just for us.
It's all just for us, baby. Okay. I'm fascinated by this bard. Fuck. Okay. Some questions. What's he getting out of this? What's his goal? What does he want? And why doesn't our brilliant crocodile alchemist know? Or does he know?
Oh man. Yeah, maybe he knows, but the other crocodiles don't like him, and so he can't get them on his side to like he knows that if he tried to turn them like reveal the bard, that they would just be like treason. And so he
Right.
has to
Right.
he's just like, oh gosh.
Right. Okay. Did
Croc Alchemist is using the bard to get what he wants. Ooh, okay.
Okay. I don't. Okay, here's my question. Did the bard also want the silver monkey? So, like, this was part of his machinations to get the silver monkey, but something has gone wrong and he can't get the 3 pieces either. He's got the 1 piece. He needs to get the other ones.
Yeah. I think that's it, yeah. he's like, I got a high charisma. I can convince these idiots to get this monkey for me. He, he figured out that they were having issues
My phone
with
buzzing.
their
I can't find
deity.
it.
He comes in there. I don't.
I'm thinking, yeah. Okay. Oh, fuck. This all makes sense. Okay. So he's got to get this silver monkey.
It's an El Dorado situation. Oh, love describing something as an El Dorado situation.
That's the best.
We've got us a real El Dorado situation going on.
Okay. I'm gonna put him in this. Its gator costume's real janky.
Yeah.
They don't operate. They see a lot based on movement. So he's gonna get whatever the fuck that is. That is a Bodak monster I am not familiar with. But in this case, it's gonna be a janky lizard costume. Okay, so he wants the monkey. He has somehow, for some reason, convinced these crocodiles that he is their leader. Has got
like he definitely, because we've established this is like a prison island. So like he's probably like a con man. He's probably like, I could con people back on the mainland. Why can't I con these lizards?
Right.
And he clearly is in over his head. He hates it. He hates the pickles. He hates being down here, but he can't leave. Every time he tries to lead an away mission, his number one is like, no, it's too dangerous.
Right. And number one is probably the alchemist. I think the ranking here is leader.
He knows he's not trying to let him leave. Because he knows.
How did he get in as their leader? Did they not have a leader already? Did the leader die?
Yeah, maybe he challenged the previous leader in single combat while wearing his lizard outfit and like pulled some bard shenanigans and like hypnotized him so that he was able to get in like a cheap shot.
Yeah. Fuck, love that. Sorry, I'm just looking for my some things to set dress this chamber.
So I just want everyone to know that. So I was working on reviewing an edit of a Drafty episode before the stream, and so I just have it at the part of the episode that I was on when we started streaming. And the image that is on screen is something that Karina is drawing, and it has such a powerful energy. And I'm so excited for everyone to get to see it when it comes out. I believe Thursday.
Oh, baby.
I believe this episode will be up on Thursday. So a little excited for that. And let's see how many people are here. 34 of you can get a spoiler if you want, but I'll give you time to mute if you don't want the spoiler. We friend of the show, we were talking about her earlier. Carolyn Page is the guest on this very episode.
Wow.
So there you go.
Fun stuff.
So it all ties back together.
Carolyn is gonna be a crocodile.
Look forward to that. Carolyn.
Let's see. Where the fuck are all of my little furnishing pieces? There's some boxes in here. Okay, so he's got his piece. I think I like the idea that the alchemist knows and like can't do anything about it because everyone else is so convinced. But and like he will absolutely get ripped to shreds if he screws it up. He's especially afraid of this captain, this watch captain, or this raiding captain, because he is physically stronger. Dumb as a rock, but physically very strong.
A very strong man. Lizard. Man-lizard. Children of lizard men. That's what this dungeon is.
Okay, hear me the fuck out. Maybe currently he's garnering enough respect. He's got charisma, he's got that. And the alchemist can work with that. However, if this guy were not, if our bard were not in the picture, this captain over here would easily overpower the alchemist and become the captain or the chief of the tribe.
Yes.
So maybe it's a little bit like, I know, but I can work with that.
I prefer you to the alternative. Yeah.
And that's a little where the bard is stuck in it over his head of the alchemist fucking knows.
He knows, but he won't. Yeah, he's like, no, you have to stay here and do what I want. And so that's gonna be fun because if they do some talking to these characters, they can do some double crossing and all that stuff. That's fun. That's real fun. Brian, this is a fun. This dungeon has like a Game of Thrones political intrigue angle.
This is a good.
They can do this entire dungeon through like diplomacy checks now if they want.
Not checks. No checks. No dice rolling. Or not no dice rolling in BX. But nah, man, we just talk it out.
That's awesome.
But
even better.
I don't know quite what's in this room yet, but may figure that out at some point in the future.
I can give you another thing you've put in a dungeon before that really fucked with me.
Give me it.
Give me it. Large mirror covered in a cloth. They pull the cloth off the mirror. The first two party members looking at the mirror switch character sheets with each other.
Truly one of my favorites. Oh, I love that one so much. I don't know if that goes here. If
you want to throw it in this one.
I don't know if that goes here, but I do really like it.
Might not go there. I'm just,
It's that is one. Who did you have to switch with? Was it Jake?
Jake Young. Yep. I went from being a stealthy rogue archer to a cleric, a heavily armored half-orc cleric.
Man, that was such a fun campaign for me. I didn't know any of you guys. That was a new job for me. I had just moved to I had broken up with a girlfriend and moved to the city. So like my gaming group was back home, just in Connecticut. But, I didn't have a gaming group, and it was like desperate. Like I had played every fucking week for, years, and then, got a game together. And, well, what do you know? Still very good friends to the day.
It was just like such a fun time. Andy Stewart was in that for a couple sessions. He really did some stuff in those sessions.
Yep.
He's the one who convinced the kobolds that the talking stone face.
Oh, Kevin Facey. Poor
that
yeah,
poorly aged thing. Was just a sweet stone face that couldn't go anywhere.
He was a door that spoke.
Yeah. And Andy's character convinced these kobolds that the door wanted sacrifices, so they they fed the door, like they like made Kevin Facey eat one of their people, and the Kevin
Kevin
did not
Facey
want to do that.
did not want to crush kobolds between his powerful mighty door jaws.
Yeah,
I believe it was
They
his protesting of the was what was causing the
he just it didn't work out. And so that's just sort of how we left things. Like that was like we saw them sacrifice one, and then we were just like, well, our work here is done. Let us continue on our merry way. And then Andy's character's thing was he would make jerky that he would not tell us where he got the meat from.
And some
but
say
it was pretty clear it was from whoever we had just finished fighting.
Some say he's still selling jerky to this day.
Yeah, I think we did say, because we did like a time jump, because that campaign fell off, and then you were just like, make your character 10, come to my house on Saturday, and like we're just gonna do a big blowout all day sort of epilogue to the adventure.
That's usually how because like you can't, people don't super duper fun. People don't finish campaigns, they just fall off. That's just what happens.
Mm-hmm.
So that's usually what I do. Of like when things fall off, it was like, okay, cool, let's end it. Let's do an ending. And it's,
I will say quarantine has been great for finishing campaigns.
Sure.
got through all of the Tomb of Annihilation.
Oh, did you play through that one?
Yeah, and then we did a homebrew epilogue to that another Brian. All the DMs I know are named Brian. Wrote, and that was really fun. It was like after we fix everything with the Tomb of Annihilation, we get sucked through like a time vortex and launch 20 years into the future, where this like demagogue has taken credit for ending the Annihilation curse and like basically has anointed himself a living god.
Ooh.
And so we have to like deal with the fact that this city is basically being taken over by this like cult of fanatics for this guy who claims to be a god, and it like ends up being this whole big battle for the city. It was a lot of fun.
That's so fun.
Yeah, it was just like fun to take those characters and like after doing that big dungeon crawl, be in this like open city campaign as like these really powerful adventurers that no one has heard of because we were gone for 20 years. And just like, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That's so okay. Wait, I'm sorry. This is just occurring to me as we are speaking. So when they meet the bard is like, "Oh, thank God, you guys got to get me out of here," right? He doesn't want to maintain this illusion. He wants the monkey. Yeah. He might betray them when they get back to the surface to get them if they get all three parts.
I think the bard is gonna tell his version of things and maybe leave some crucial bits of information out.
Yeah.
Because he's a con man. He's not trying to split the loot. He just wants to get out. So he's gonna help you as long as you're useful to him, and he's gonna cut and run as soon as he sees an opportunity.
Right. So
I think any of these lizard folks and the bard can be romanceable. As Alex Latte has indicated, there needs to be some romance in here. I think, if you want to go the flirtatious route, maybe you can change this bard's whole way of thinking if you romance him good. Or her. We haven't
decided yet. Okay.
Or they.
So, here's a question. I couldn't quite get over why the monkey was split into three pieces. Now, is that the alchemist doing to keep him here. The alchemist is the one
like that.
who threw it in the fucking pool. Like, no.
Well, again, to go back to the El Dorado comparison, maybe they do sort of a Tushibalba, like they get the monkey thing back, and the bard thinks they're like, okay, great, we got it, and then the captain and the alchemist guy are like, yep, now we gotta do the ritual, and they give it to the crocodile mama, who immediately chomps it into 3 pieces. And the bard's like, okay, I'm gonna take one of these. So there's a piece here, the alchemist has a piece, and the bard has a piece. Is that what we've established?
I think so.
Cool. Yeah, like I think maybe each of them like they were in 3 pieces chamber, and like individually each of them like went and was able to take one with them on their own time.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
So as far as the crew is concerned, the monkey is with the crocodile mommy.
Right. Hey gang, I think we just made a whole adventure that sounds like pretty fun.
I think that's pretty good. Are you gonna play this on stream sometime?
I wasn't planning on it, but now it's like, now I kind of want to see what happens, right?
I mean, I'd sure tune in to watch. I can't play it because I know
you do know too much
the stuff. But I would absolutely tune in to watch sometime.
At some point,
I'm sure the people watching would yeah. I mean, that's got to be a different viewing experience to like, because typically, you know, when you're consuming D&D content, you're getting it from the player's side of things. So that's really interesting to like then get the player's perspective, knowing what the whole deal is, and then also getting to see like what changes, just what necessarily has to change as a result of the player's choices, and like what bits of the backstory remain the same, and what has to be like improvised to make sense with what happens.
Right. And
I love that.
And and you know, because we've done a good job here in that this isn't we didn't make a story that we have to usher the players through. We made a dungeon.
No, there's
characters with motivations. Let's throw some players in there and see what happens.
I do want to see what happens. So let me know if you end up streaming this.
I will. Yeah, I will definitely. I mean, we should definitely. I don't know when. We don't fucking have time, but like, we should see how Eli and Carolyn do, and Tony do.
Yeah, not tonight. Not like, you know, you can sit on this for.
Oh
a
yeah.
minute.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is just in my setting that I will probably be running for the rest of my life. But
yeah. We did it. We made it.
We did it. We made it. This is pretty good. Great. We should do this again sometime, Nathan.
Brian, I will make time to just chat and nerd out with you, even when I have work to do, because I'm a 31-year-old man and I can make decisions based on what I want to do.
I'm 32 and no decision I've ever made was the right one. But yeah, marrying my wife was the right one. That's it. That's it. Hey Nathan, thank you again for doing this. Where
of course.
Where can we find you on the internet?
Oh, I'm at Nathan Yaffe on Twitter. I tweet occasionally, but mostly you can just watch Drawfee. That's where I do most of my work and I make most of my money, and I think it's pretty good. And you all probably know that already. And I also stream Hearthstone and sometimes other games on my own Twitch, Nathan's Other Show. Draz, thank you for linking those. And yeah, you know, that's me. That's what I do.
I'm Brian as a Goblin on Twitter. Let's see. What are things to go over? Brian is a Goblin on Twitter. It's Bremley on Twitch. We'll get back into streaming regularly. The holidays kind of screwed us up. TV&D is back on Thursday with our new season. We're doing Gilligan's Island.
Ooh, that was the pilot.
Those
for,
were for that show. For
ta-
that show.
for a different show that we're not.
But we're doing Gilligan's
man.
Island. And Tony specifically said, "What if like you kill us a lot?" So, it's going
Gilligan's Island survival horror.
it's going to be Gilligan's Dungeon. And
So good.
will all of with the entire Gilligan's Island cast make it to the end of the mini campaign? I don't know. We'll all find out together.
I'm excited.
Hey everyone. That's Thursday. We're going to get the fuck out of here. Nathan, thank you so much again.
Of course. Thank you for having me. Yeah.
But that's it. That's the end. Goodbye.
Bye.